Okay, here's our steak. We got our steak all cleaned up, all the fat bit trimmed off and everything washed down, ready to go. Yeah. On here we have some all-purpose seasoning, some peppercorns, just ordinary black peppercorns, and a little pinch. I don't know if you can see that, but that's just a pinch of salt. Yeah. All right. Over here we have our onions and some Scotch bonnet pepper. You see, it's not a lot of Scotch, yeah, because it's thing hot, yeah. And we're gonna put that all in to marinate. But over here we have our sweet pepper, red and yellow. We have our garlic, couple of cloves, not too mad, and some ginger. So we're gonna put that all together and put it to marinate. We're gonna give it a bit about an hour to marinate. Yeah, so I'm gonna chuck that all in my container. If I can find what I've done with it. Hold on a minute. Can't find it, but I found this. Yeah, this look about deep enough to hold that. Chuck that all on top, cover it up, shake it up, and it should be good. So let's give that a go. First thing I need to do, I'll just rest that over there. Why is this thing so zoomed in so close? Yeah, I'm gonna do, get that off of there, out of the way. Get that there, get my meat in there. Yeah, remember, work clean. So if anything drop, falls where it shouldn't, you can always pick it up. If you don't work clean, you're gonna find yourself eating dirty food or having to throw away a lot of your food. Yeah, so you see, one on thing, sometimes you have to use your marbles, you know what I mean? Alright, so we got that in there now. Shake that about. This lot, we're just gonna pour it on. We don't put too much salt, yeah, because we're gonna have to taste to make sure it is to our taste. So we're gonna add our seasoning. We can add more later if we need to. And we're gonna chuck this lot in there as well, just like that. Yeah, I'm gonna scrape that out in a minute. And then we get our onions and thing. We chuck that in there as well. Yeah, so what we have there now is a nice fragrance going on. Yeah, all smells good. So here's our steak all seasoned up. Oh my days, believe me, the way this thing smells, I could have eat it right now, trust me. Nice. Anyway, we're gonna just pop our lid back on and we're gonna put that in the fridge and leave it for about an hour. Yeah, so when you put your lid on and everything, give it a good old shake around, get your seasoning into there. Yeah, some people might say mash it with your hand. Nothing wrong with that still, but you get me? This is just as good. Yeah, and after that, what we're gonna do is our greens. People might say man don't like greens, but trust me, it depends on the greens you're talking about. Right, this is our greens. Yeah, we have some peas, we have a pepper, we have some baby corn, we have some of this thing here, pak chow. We have some broccoli, and on this one now, we have some carrots, some broccoli, some cauliflower. It's all good, it's all going on. So we're gonna deal with that. What we're gonna do with this, we're gonna just steam it down, not too much water in the pot, just steam it. And then once it's all steamed, we still want it crispy and crunchy. Cause remember these things, can eat them just as they are. Yeah, so no need no whole heap of cooking on. You okay? So we're gonna put this in our fridge, make that marinate for about an hour. Now we wash up all the things you see that we use to show you what we're gonna do. Yeah, so later on, after I finish eat, drink my belly full, and my brethren come round, we just deal with the greens and some juice. Yeah, I bet you they think it's a different type of greens me I talk, but there it is. That's what me and my brethren love. Greens, them greens there, don't get it twisted. Greens, yeah? So later on when we are deal with the greens and the juice, are them greens that we are talking about. Alright? Here we go again. Right, now we've put our rice on. Yeah, what I've used is, see this cup? I've used one of this no, sorry, 1.5 cup of rice to 3 cups of water, yeah, and I put it on in my pot, yeah. Don't watch my pot. You know, like a man come around to do some work at your yard, and he's got his toolkit. He's sorry about that. I got interrupted. My phone rang. Here we go. Yeah. Now I've told you the quantities I've put in. Now, as I was cutting open my vegetable thing, I found lemongrass, which are these things floating around in here. So I thought, that smells kind of nice. Let me just nice up my rice. So I've chucked them in there now. So what I'm going to do now is let this come to the boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to turn it right down to minimum, cover it, and just leave it, let it do its thing. About 10-15 minutes or so, I will check it and see how it's doing. Yeah? Okay, so that's the rice going on. We have our vegetables. What I've done, I've put about... There, see that? Little bit of water in there. That's just to steam it out, yeah? And again, my favorite pots. So what? Yeah? I don't care if you got a handle or not. I'm not selling you the pot. I'm showing you how to cook food. Yeah? Anyway, here's my vegetables. Yeah? So I'm just gonna throw that in there along with the others. You might think I should have got a bigger pot. But nah, not necessarily. You can pop this off, or you can leave it. Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, once it start to shrink down, once it start to steam, it'll all be good. So I'm gonna do it this now. Let's get this back over to my fire. Put it on my fire. You turn your fire down to the minimum. Put your veg on, put a lid on it. Bring your rice to the boil, put a lid on it. Minimum again. Leave the two of them there, let them just do their thing. Vegetable, you come in every now and then and just check on it. Yeah, you don't want it. Once it starts to shrink, you'll know. Yeah, because like I say, you can eat it raw. Rice is coming to the boil now, so we're just gonna whack that fire down. You see, you don't need to get no mad boil. Just whack it down. Vegetables, yeah, and then you whack it down to minimum. The vegetable, you can put a bit of oil in there if you like. It's completely up to you. Just a little drizzle. Don't go crazy. Yeah? Okay, we're going to cover up our pots. Leave them to do their thing. And while they're doing, we're going to have a drink. Yeah? Later. Oh, before I go, don't forget, add a little salt for taste. Yeah? So you put a little in. Taste it. If you think, yeah, that's all right, it's fine. You want a little bit more? Put a little bit more. Yeah. If you don't take salt, don't put no salt in it. It's that simple. Yeah. Good. Here we go again. This, some people might find this annoying. Yeah. Pot cover. That'll do. What? Works, doesn't it? Okay. I'm back again. This is about 5 minutes gone now. If I lift my lid off there, remember, you know, these things can be hot. Don't follow me. Use your command, yeah? So, if I lift that off of there, you can see my veg have gone down nicely. Now, I could just leave it like that and turn off my fire and just make everything. So that's done. My rice, again, hot. Don't follow me. Listen to me. Yeah, you can see my rice is coming on nicely. At this stage, I can get my spoon and just fluff it up a bit. You can hear my kettle boiling in the background. I told you before, I'm gonna tell you again. You can see my rice is still a bit soggy. Depends on how you like your rice still, yeah? So we're gonna just leave that, let it do what it's doing. It don't matter if you stir it a little bit. All that does is just get the top ones to the bottom, and the bottom ones to the top, yeah? So we're just gonna just allow that, make it do what it's doing, and put the lid back on it. We'll check it again in another 5 minutes. If we need more water, our kettle's boiled, so we got to just pour some water on it. Don't go crazy. You're not looking for more than a let's say an egg cup amount of water each time. And then you just stir it, make it go on simmer a little more, and then hopefully your rice will turn out nice. If not, better hope so you have some bread, you know. All right. Okay, there you go. There's my rice. Oh my days, I just wish there was a way of you being able to smell this, trust me. I'm gonna pour some oil in my pot. Okay, just covering the bottom, not too much. Yeah, whiz that around a little bit and let that get hot. Right, got our things ready. Here's our meat. What we're gonna do, we're gonna just pour that in and we're gonna spin it around the pot fast, yeah? So if we pour it in, the temperature will drop because it's cold and blah, blah, blah. Get that in there. Give it a little stir around. Yeah. So we're just gonna give it, say, 5 minutes, a couple minutes. And then we're gonna stir it around again, just make it catch a little color. Yeah. And just keep doing that till it all looks like it's taking on a little bit of color. Before, we're not gonna let anything burn. We don't want nothing burning in our food, yeah? So, like the time I take talking to you now, yeah? Do it again. Yeah, you can see where it's starting to take on a little color. Yeah, so just keep doing that. Make it settle again. And then do it again, yeah? So I'm just gonna do that a couple of times. Container that I've done my seasoning, what I'll do with this, I'll put some water in it. I'm not sure if I mentioned before about the kettle, but this is why you boil the kettle. Put some water in there, whiz it around, wash out all that seasoning, and then pour it on. And then we're just gonna allow that, make it simmer. But in the meantime, we're gonna just keep stirring this. You don't wanna watch me stirring food, yeah? It doesn't make no sense at all. So I'm gonna crack on while you go and have a drink, yeah? This is the stage we're at with our cooking. So now what we're gonna do is gonna get our juice from our vegetable. And we pour that on there. Yeah. Next, get our container, which we've washed out, all our bits and pieces of seasoning that's left over. And we pour that in there as well. Yeah. So we're gonna just turn our fire down and just leave it, let it just simmer. Yeah, don't want it boiling, just leave it, let it simmer down, and then it should be all good. So we're gonna turn our fire right down to the minimum. I'm just gonna put a lid on it and leave it for about 20 minutes and we check it again. Okay, this is where we're at so far. Here's my chicken. All I'm gonna do, my steak. Yeah, I bet you was looking for some. Anyway, you see me do it. Anyway, yeah, it's my steak. Here I got my lemongrass rice, and I'm gonna do my vegetables in a moment. So that's basically it. I'm gonna do this, finish this off, put it on a plate, and then see what it looks like. And trust me, the smell alone will make you eat it. Yeah? So it's another one from Granddad's Kitchen, and we're gonna finish off and then we're out. Yeah? And there you are, Granddad style peppered steak. Yeah? Don't know what you think, but to me, the smell alone, I can't wait. Yeah, so I'm gonna feed my face, and thanks again for watching Granddad's Kitchen. Try it, it's nice, smell nice, and must taste nice. Alright? Alright, now I'm gonna do this piece here. I wonder if the first piece would get this. See, because the food's so nice, I'm gonna tell. Right, try again. See, because the food's so nice.